American heavyweight boxing needs a hero. Deontay Wilder, we don't know how many more fights he's got left. We need to see Jarrell Miller schedule a fight. Meanwhile, Jermaine Franklin here could change everything with a win over Moses Itauma. Jermaine, and I guess that's very much the plan coming up. Become the face of American heavyweight boxing.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to put American heavyweight boxing on my back, bring those belts back to the States.
It's a big moment, right? I mean, how does this compare to the Joshua fight and the Whyte fight, your other two fights with UK opponents?
It compares and it doesn't at the same time. I mean, it's a high caliber fight. It compares in that way, but they're different people, they're different styles, they're different levels of opponents. They don't think the same, so in a way, it's not the same at all. So yeah.
One thing that isn't the same is the hair's gone.
It's
gone. I was waiting for the you normally have.
Yeah.
What happened?
I ain't gonna lie, I miss my hair. I almost cried cutting it. But I'm just trying to save my hair, trying to save my hairline. So
that showed me earlier. I was like, when's Jermaine Franklin getting? Because that ain't him.
Yeah. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't get rid of them. I still got them like in the bag at home. They just sitting there. Yeah.
But does this mean, normally when something like that happens, from anyone that I know that has cut their hair, it is quite a drastic change. Your appearance, you're seeing something different. Is this do you feel like a new man? Is it a new chapter in your life, in your career?
Yeah, I don't want to say I feel totally like a new man, but I do feel fresh, like I'm getting a fresh start, like releasing a lot of energy and stuff like that. So I do feel like I'm getting a fresh start, like almost a new me in a way, just doing new stuff, I would say.
After your fight, I think it was the Joshua one, you did mention you weren't really keen on necessarily coming back to the UK. The Dillian Whyte fight was close. The Joshua one, perhaps not as close, but maybe you weren't happy with how things had gone down. But you are back here now. So what's the thinking behind that?
I'm just ready to fight. In the Dillian fight, I mean, me personally, I think I won, but it is what it is. But I think I won the fight 7-5. So emotionally, mentally, that kind of took a toll on me. So to come back and fight again with AJ, which AJ won the fight, I could be a man about mine. But it was some stuff he was doing that I was looking for the ref to say something about, and they didn't say that. So I kind of got like frustrated and stuff in that fight. So now I would say just thinking different, not in that same headspace, just prepare for everything. Prepare for the worst, prepare for, don't let nothing outside that actual fight get to me.
Yeah, I heard you say that about the AJ fight, that you kind of lost your focus in there a little bit. I guess against Moses Itauma, the way he's moving right now, you can't be affording to lose your focus against this guy, right?
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, I haven't lost focus in a while, so I don't think I'm really have too much of that problem anymore.
What have you made of him then, his rise? Because he is a name that everyone's talking about right now.
I love the sport, so I honestly think he's a great fighter. I think he got a lot of potential. I don't want to say they rushing him, but they might be rushing him a little bit.
But they've been calling for this. They've been saying Jermaine Franklin.
Yeah, but sometimes you ask for stuff you don't need. So but I'm expecting a great fighter. I think he's a great fighter. I think he shows a lot of potential.
When your name has been called out by him, by his team, by fans, by everyone, and they're saying he'll give him rounds, there must be some feeling of, you think I'm just here to give him rounds kind of thing? There must be something that ignites in you a little bit. Like
I get a little fuel from it. Not so much an attitude or something like that, I would say, but I get fuel from it. I like proving people wrong. So yeah, after the fight, I can look in your face and laugh at you. Like you was wrong. You don't know nothing. You need to study a little more. You got to get your facts straight. So, but it's part of boxing. They always comparing somebody to somebody. They always gonna say somebody's gonna be this or somebody's gonna be that. In my career, I didn't really have those luxuries. I fought in people's backyards. I took the hard route. So it's normal to me.
And you've been proving people wrong along the way, not just in the boxing, but in life. Like to get through where you've come through, Michigan, right? Mm-hmm. I can't imagine it was a very nice kind of area. You had to fight every day, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was a struggle. It was a struggle growing up in Michigan, Saginaw, Michigan. It's kind of violent. I mean, me personally, I'm from there, so it's not as violent to me, but to other people, it's very violent. There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of shootings and stuff like that. But I love my city. They give me a lot of support, a lot of drive. I feed off of their energy. So, just being from there, being from a rough, rugged background, I think that kind of gives me an edge fighting. I'm not going to quit. I got a heart of gold, and you basically going to have to kill me in there. You're going to have to knock me out.
And I know you're serious as well, because I've seen you take some big shots and you don't go anywhere.
I got a chin, so I feel like I got a great chin. If you can't get past the chin, you're not gonna hurt me, period. So
There's more than that as well. It's not just a case of if someone can just punch you very hard and you'll just take it. But there's a little bit more to it, right?
I mean, yeah, we practice a lot of defense, so I can roll with the punches a little bit. I feel like I could counter and slip pretty decently. So one of my things growing up, I was always a big kid. I'm talking about like a big ass kid. I'm probably like 189 at 13. So I always had to spar smaller guys. So that kind of helps me out with as far as defense, slipping, timing and stuff. I always had to work with the small guys. They fast as hell. Punch you 1,000 times around.
So it's helped. It's helped.
It can help me a lot, yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about the Ditchko fight, because going into that fight, I'll be honest, I thought you'd pull out of the fight. Because I know what was going on in your personal circumstances. Remember the tweet that you put out? I was like, okay, well, that fight's going to come off. You still went ahead with the fight, despite kind of grieving your father's loss. That must have been so difficult. Have you got any regrets? Like what?
It was extremely difficult. I don't have no regrets. You know, I think my father would have wanted me to push on, so I just did it for his honor. But me personally, I probably would have stopped it. But just knowing my dad and the type of person he was, I pushed on. I persevered because that was something that he wanted me to do. But it was very tough. It was probably 3 times in that fight I struggled to not cry. Like it was full of emotions. I'm trying to focus. I got coach in my ear, and then I got my brain going one way. So it was like a lot going on. But you know, I pulled it through. I was able to calm myself down a little bit and pull it through.
But this is during the fight itself.
Yeah.
Because people talk about this. I remember Filip Hrgović when he took on Dillian Zhang, and he had a similar situation, and people were saying, why is he moving like this? And his mind just didn't seem to be there.
It's hard. I mean, it's easy to talk about for people on the outside being in, but it's hard to do in the actual space. So like for the remainder of the camp, I was focused. I felt like I was good. I felt like, you know, I could do this. But the day of the actual fight, it's like it all comes at one time. It all rush you. And it's like you're trying to get your head together. You're trying to be in the right head space, but it's hard because you got so many emotions and memories and all kind of stuff just flooding you at one time. So
you had a fight within the fight, essentially.
Yeah, like 2 fights at once. Yeah, fighting myself and Ivan. Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to fight myself to say like, man up, don't cry in here. You got too much going on. You don't you need to get this out your head right now. So yeah, it was 2 fights, like 2 fights, like you said.
Well, listen, you won both of those fights, and now you take on Moses Itauma. Why do you win this fight?
I think I win this fight. I got more experience. I think I got more ring generalship. I think I could do a little more than what they expecting I could do. They never really seen me in a shape that I'm gonna be in. So. I just think they basing their opinions off of stuff they've seen in the past, which won't really matter in the future. So I think I'll be able to capitalize off of that. And I think my jab, I'm a firm believer of the jab. I think my jab will get the job done.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
All right.